Hello, everyone. Welcome to Talkin Fight with me, Holly Donovan. Happy Friday. Today, we have a very special show, which means we have a very special guest. So please can I introduce to you the amazing Gemma Richardson, who is a decorated amateur. And you can see in the background her silver medal from this year's Commonwealth Games. Welcome, Gemma. It is lovely to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm looking forward to it. I am.
It'll be great, honestly. So we're already talking before we started our live stream. Yeah. We already having a chat about the epic fight that was on Saturday live at the O2. It not only made history in terms of the first ever all-female card, but it was actually the most watched women's pro fight in history ever. It had 2 million viewers just on the TV. And then it also had a packed O2 arena. So, oh my God, how do you feel about Saturday? How do you think it went?
I'm just so happy. I feel like the lead up to it, everybody was buzzing for it. There was just so much high expectations of it. I think everyone thought it could be something special. So I think it really, the pressure was on for it to be special and be as big as what it was. And it truly lived up to the expectations, which I think for female sport in general, female boxers is such a major thing. It's this year, I feel like the females are just killing it. Obviously, with the women's football, the Euros, the Commonwealth, there was more medals for the females this year than there was for the males, which is the first time ever. The show on Saturday, we're just going up and up and up. And I think, it was just a mega thing. And, the atmosphere there looked amazing. I was only watching it on TV, but I was just so jealous of everyone there.
Oh, my God. It was absolutely amazing. I can honestly say that I have never felt so... I think inspired is the word.
Yeah.
I felt emotional and inspired. And I almost didn't notice that they were all women because I was just so caught up. It didn't matter. It was just just a night of nights.
And I think I think it's nice that it's so big for women, but that people felt that it was just a night of boxing. Yeah. And I think that's the main thing, because in the end it'll be nice for it to be just boxing, not the males, not the females. It'll just be female will be that big in the sport that it won't be a competition of it would be just boxing, because we're both equal in it, which will be amazing.
That'll be the best day when it just turns into it's a fight night, and nobody knows whether whoever's going to headline, whether it be men,
be one time the other, and it's just normal, which will be nice.
Exactly. So on today's show, what I'd love to do is to go through some of those fights, try and put them apart. I really want to get your opinion, actually, because one of them was very controversial, and I really want to know what you thought. Shall we start at the top? Shall we start with Shields and Marshall?
Yes.
Oh my God, what a fight! What did you think?
I think, like I said, there's a lot of pressure for it to live up to this big fight. You've got the number one, you've got the number two. They're boxed as amateurs. Sav got the win. Shields hasn't been beat. And I just think it had so much hype and so much it's got to be this perfect fight, this good fight, and it was the full fight. Everyone just had the eyes glued to it. I think there wasn't a part of the fight that was so boring. It fully lived up to the hype. Yeah. And I'm gonna say the fight of the year so far.
Yes, I agree with you.
100%.
Yeah,
it had everything you wanted in a fight.
Absolutely. From that first bell when my God, when Clarissa came out, were you shocked? I was really shocked.
I was I couldn't believe it. I was she just came in straight away. I think the first 4 or 5 rounds, Clarissa was sharp, she was fast. And I think she was, everyone had Sav being this stronger boxer and this powerful boxer. But I think Clarissa showed she was stronger than what people thought she was going to be as well in that. And I think, but Sav was there the whole way. You couldn't just be Sav dug deep in that fight as well.
Oh yeah.
To the last bell, she was not giving in. She was gonna give it all.
There was so much pressure from both fighters all the way up until the end of that 10th round. And normally in a fight, you have a kind of dip, or you have a couple of rounds where you see them slowing down or they're gassing out a little bit. There was none.
There was none. They was fully peaked. They both peaked, and they had that 5-week layoff where that's a hard thing to get over, where you've peaked and you've got to come back down and go back up. but their fitness was on point. The accuracy, the sharpness, everything came together that night for both of them, and they had 10-2s of just pure at it for the 10. Like there was no dip, there was no just going through the motions on this because I'm tired.
It was just
they was tired, but you would not guess it with how many shots and how the feet were still and everything like that. It was just incredible.
Yeah, it was two absolute professionals. And that you could hardly fault either of them.
Yeah.
And even when Savannah, she managed to land that really hot. I think it was around 7, and Shields was saying that she couldn't see out of one of her eyes.
And like, you wouldn't have guessed that because you wouldn't have guessed any of that. Like obviously in every fight you get caught with shots, you get caught with this, and your shoulder goes, or like your eyesight goes, but there was that professional, and it meant that much to him that it didn't matter what happened in that fight. They was both going to give it their all and act as if nothing was going on, because this was not only a big night for them, but a big night for all females. And I think they both carried that off very well for each other.
Oh, absolutely.
It helped the sport massively. And it was just amazing to see women do that.
Yeah. It was almost as well like I couldn't see nerves from either of them. They were so composed. Even though there was so much weight on this fight, like you said, not just for each other, for the undisputed, there was that pressure of this has to be entertaining because the entire world needs it to be for to be, for people to take women's sport seriously. And they were just calm.
Cool. Even from like the ring walks, like not even the fight, from like the ring walks and like how they portrayed themselves with that. And I think with a venue of that many people shouting your name and the nerves, like they just handled it and they took it in the stride. And that's a hard thing to do. Like
absolutely,
nerves can get to you, and they just both took it. And I think they was just that focused, and it just paid off. Like, oh, it was amazing.
It really was. I got to give it to Clarissa actually, because like I was supporting Savannah, obviously, and the entire stadium was. So when Clarissa Shields came out, I don't know if you could hear it on the TV, but the boos that she got was, I mean, it was echoing, and screaming Savannah's name while she was doing her ring walk. So all you could hear was Savannah's name and booing while she was coming out, and yet there was no flinch, no sign of.
He was dancing away, loving life.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. I think she probably expected that. Obviously, she's come to England. I think booing with the national anthem, so it's not a nice thing. It's wrong in the sport. Like no one deserves to get booed. But obviously, I think she expected that. She's come to England. Sav's our golden girl. Everyone loves Sav. How can you not love Sav? She's amazing. Everyone's bought tickets to see Sav. It's a big fight. She's the only girl to beat. I think Clarissa probably expected that a bit, but I don't know, maybe she thrived off that in the ring walk. Like
maybe it made her angrier.
She was dancing, she was giving the fans what they wanted. They're booing her, she was going to rile them up, she's going to dance, she's going to enjoy her moment, and as she should, she's worked hard for this as well. Like it was her night as well, and like I said at the end of the fight, it'd be nice for her to come back to England and for one day to fight someone that the English fans want her to win, and get like that, which was nice.
I definitely think she's got some respect from the British fans now.
Yeah.
And there were certainly cheers at the end. I was close to tears because I was so sad for Savannah, but
it was such a bittersweet moment, because I think everybody was heartbroken. Everybody was heartbroken for Sav, as they were. Like we all backed her, we all fully believed that she could do it, but on the night it just wasn't her night. But I think it was such a bittersweet moment because everyone was so sad for Savannah, but then with the 2 million viewers, the atmosphere they created, like how could you be that sad? Because what a night in history for women's boxing and females in sport. Like it was crazy. It was such mixed emotions.
There was a moment at the end that I saw where Peter Fury turned to Savannah Marshall and he kissed her on the head, and he was like, "You're incredible. Tonight you've made history." And it was really wonderful. Like it didn't matter that she'd lost. It was just, you are incredible. And it was that's
it. They both put that O on the line, which is a big. Everyone wants to keep, especially in the professionals, records. Everyone wants that O, and they both put that O on the line, like to give that to the fans. Like
exactly, and there had to be a loser. mean, next, yeah, that's the whole point.
Someone's got to do it.
Exactly. I mean, are you interested in what you said about what's next for Shields? Because she said she's totally open to a rematch, but she's also open to, we were just talking before the show again, she's also open to coming down a weight and challenging Natasha Jonas for all those belts. What do you think about the possibility of that fight, or what do you want to see?
I think, obviously, let's talk about another one. I think it'll be nice to have in that. Obviously, they're speaking about it in America as well.
Yeah.
Wants it in America, which I think that'll be mega. Unfortunately, if it is in America, I didn't even make it to the one in England, so I'm definitely not making it to that one.
Not a lot of hope for that one.
I'm definitely not. It'll be a TV job for sure for that one. But yeah, it's not about coming down, which I think for her, she just wants as many belts and she wants everything, doesn't she? Which is obviously any athlete's going to want to. I guess it'll be interesting for Tash, because obviously she's up now in weights and stuff. It'll be. I just love watching them fight, so I think I'm up for any fight really.
I'm totally.
I'm like, Tash. I think she's an amazing fighter and that. Different to Sav, so styles makes fights, and it's boxing, so you can never be too sure what's going to happen either. So just because someone's won everything, and it only takes one person to come with a different style, someone to have a bad night, and it changed the game. So I'm up for any fight, me, because you never know what's going to happen in boxing.
Absolutely, especially if it's near you.
If it's near me, I'm there.
And then even better. Yeah. And they said Marshall, obviously she's going to take some time out now. Won't be back until probably the new year. And I don't know what would be next for Savannah if there wasn't a rematch. But she's still at the top of her game, so I guess it's the next person who's knocking.
Exactly. I think she deserves the time off now, some chill time, some family time, some nice food.
Yeah.
The normal life. Yeah, definitely. And then just keep ready for whatever comes and whatever comes away. I'm sure like her team and that will decide what's best for her. And I'm sure it's not the last we've seen of her.
Oh God, no way. Like she's way too much love.
Yeah.
And skill and power. Like
exactly. She's got it all.
Yeah, exactly. What about, let's have a little chat about Michaela Mayer and Alicia Baumgartner. I'm just going to ask you straight away, who do you think won?
I do think Mayer.
You do?
I do. Yeah. I do think it was a close fight, and I do think everyone's up in the air about it. I remember going on Twitter after the fight and it just blew up.
Yeah.
Everybody was on about it. I think everyone's had their opinions. I think I've gone on every social media you go on, there's something different. There's people fighting in comments about it, which again, it's not a bad thing for the sport at the end of the day, because everyone's speaking about it. Like, obviously it's upsetting for Mayer and them, but for the sport in general, everyone's speaking about it more. It's brought more attention to it.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Isn't it? I think any media, bad media, sometimes good media. Any media is media for the sport.
Yeah,
but it's one of them. I think it depends what you like.
Yeah, because it was when I was in the stadium, because obviously I was wondering, maybe I just didn't have the right angle, to understand why Alicia Baumgartner won. Because from where I was, Michaela Mayer had total control of the ring. Much the whole thing. And as far as I could tell, unless my eyesight was really bad, she was landing and seemed like she was dominant. And I'm not saying that Alicia wasn't landing, and there weren't some matches, because there were, but
this is what I think. This is what I was saying. So obviously, I was watching it on TV. People watch it from different. I remember watching fights live and then watching them back on like a video and thinking, because I've seen it from a completely different angle. My opinion changed. So I'm like, people that sat at a different side of the venue, or sat up high, or sat at the bottom, or watch it on TV. It depends what angle you see it from, and it's just. I do think it is on what you like. Do you like that box that's dominating, that's boxing nice, or do you like them big power shots that go in every so often and the eye-catching shots? But it has caused so much talk and so much of conversations of what people like, and it was a good fight. We've got two top girls there again.
Yeah.
Coming together, like we was going to expect that close fight of, I think, whatever, different opinions, different of people were thinking what was what and how they should have done it, and who won and that. But at the end of the day, it's the judges that count, and it's also boxing at the end of the day, and these things unfortunately do happen with the sport. I think everyone knows that by now.
Yeah,
but
it's controversial.
Yeah, it's controversial, and I think it's boxing. It's always it's sad, but it's always going to be like that. Like, people are going to get decisions that they don't agree with, but then everyone sees it different. So then we're never going to get all judges that see the same.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also what. Yeah, exactly. You're looking for. I mean, are they looking for ring craft? Are they looking for power? Are they looking for accuracy? Are they? What are they looking? What are they looking for? I couldn't understand what they were looking for because with you.
I couldn't understand either.
Yeah, exactly. Because honestly, I mean, you should have. I did a video for Talkin Fight, and it was just an eruption of boos in.
Yeah.
Oh, could you hear that on TV as well?
People were a little bit, probably not as loud as what you could. I would love to be in the event.
Yeah, I just done a video. I just gone. Michaela Mayer has definitely won. And the very next second, they were like, "Lucy Baumgartner."
Oh my god! What? Face job.
Yeah, I was this is awful.
I think it's so upsetting as well, like when stuff like that happens. And May obviously has been tweeting now. I think they've had a little bit of beef on Twitter and stuff. And hopefully it's another rematch if they take it. But in that circumstance, would you take it if you was just won when you probably shouldn't have took it? When you shouldn't have. It's one of them. It'll be nice to see it again. It'll be nice to see it again.
I think we should.
Yeah, I think it needs to happen. But if it does happen,
is
another question. But it is upsetting for Michaela Mayer, especially when a lot of people, I think majority of people, know she got it.
I totally agree, and I think the fact that Lucy Baumgartner has said no, she wants to go and fight Mei Choi now because she wants. Yeah. She's refusing a rematch. And I feel like, are you refusing because you know how close this was, or in her heart of hearts, does she really know?
Yeah, and I think professional boxing is a business at the end of the day, and she'd be stupid to be like, I've got that win. I was lucky, like it was a close fight. Yeah. Would you risk it yourself when it's protecting your record? You wouldn't risk it, would you? I wouldn't risk it.
No, I wouldn't either. No.
I'd take the win. I'd take the bet. I'm off. See you later. I'm off. Which you can't blame her, but then for Mayer, you can't blame her for trying to get the rematch because she knows she can do it, and on a different day with different judges or whatever,
she would have got it.
And that's the thing, I think. But for her, I think it's so nice for her to know that she lost the decision, but I think she won a lot of the fans because a lot of people, and she knows deep down with the fans and that, and everyone's saying it, and how everything blew up for her, that I guess it's nice for her to know that instead of her just losing and being actually, you did lose. Like, it's one of them, and obviously it would have been nice. Everybody wants that hand raised, but at least everyone thinks she did. It doesn't make it better, but
we can't. There's enough people on her side there. Yeah. Well, she said that she will go up in weight because she wants to fight Katie Taylor. I'm well up for that.
Yeah, I am up for that. Again, near me.
Yeah, exactly. Let's have that in you.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. I'd love to. I've been lucky enough to spar Michaela Mayer in America, and I think she is a lovely girl. And obviously Katie Taylor, she's female boxing, isn't she? She's from 2012 and everything. So what a fight that would be, and I'd love it.
Just yes. And Michaela Mayer's got a lot of British fans as well. So I think that would be a really cool fight to have in the stadium. Like, I'm quite up. So even if there's no rematch and she goes for Katie Taylor, I'm
I'm happy with that. I'm happy. I'll let it slide. Yeah.
As long as we're happy.
Yeah. Don't matter about them.
What about, so let's chat about, we had those 3 fights with our Olympians. Yeah. So Caroline Dubois smashing it with a TKO in the 5th. Lauren Price, she had TKO as well, 4th round that was. And Kara Sartensall, who said that she did absolutely everything she possibly could for a TKO, but the journeywoman that she was fighting just apparently wouldn't relinquish. And what did you think of those guys?
I just think they're amazing. Obviously, I was teammates with them for many years. Caroline, me and Caroline have been like this since we was 13. We've grown up together. She's obviously now going to do a professional. I'm staying on here, so it's nice to see her progress in her professional side. And I think she's shown like how she's sharp, she's strong. I think she's brainy with it as well. So she wasn't looking for the finish, but when that finish came, she took it, and she took it well. And I think that's what the clever thing is about Caroline, that she can outbox people. She is strong and she can bang, and she's clever with the shots she throws. And when the time's right, she will snatch it and take it. And I think that's what we saw on Saturday night. She's only 21.
She's like, so young. That this is
young.
Yeah.
She's not even like peaked yet. Like, she's just coming through, and I think there's so much more for her to give yet. And like, obviously, I've known her years, so I know exactly what she's like. And I think we haven't even seen the best of her yet, but she's showing how good she is, which is amazing.
And that power, you're right. It's the fact that she wasn't looking for that finish. She was just really technical and powerful. And then the second it came, it was like snap. Yeah.
And I think that's so good, because I think that shows the boxing brain that she has. Like, if you're looking for it, it doesn't come. Where if you just relax and you just do your work, and then that's how you get the opportunities for it to come. And as soon as the opportunity comes, she can see, she can read it, and she took it, and she had a great finish, and she finished amazing. And just I'm over the moon for her. I think that's what she needed that Saturday night. I think everyone will get on board with her now, and that's pushed her name up a bit higher, because she deserves that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think she had a proper opponent this time. I feel like the other opponents that she had didn't actually test her.
Yeah, whereas definitely. Where she had someone with a bit of a name this time, she's been with people, and she performed against her, which couldn't ask anything for. Great.
And what about Lauren Price? Are you friends with Lauren Price as well?
Yeah. Oh, she's honestly the loveliest, down to earth girl you'll ever meet. She still trains obviously now in Sheffield. She trains with Kerwin and Caris, are still based in Sheffield. So obviously we're with them every week. They're in camp with us. So it's just normal for us to all be together. Obviously, I was there when they was in the Olympics and that on the actual GB team, but I'm there with them now at the pro. So it's nice to see like that change of training with them, and it's nice to see Caris and Lauren working on stuff in the gym, and then going into the ring and showcasing it and performing. And I think Lauren just showed that she is better than that girl. I think everyone expected she should be better than this girl, she should be beating this girl, but she lived up to that, and she did. She showed that she's levels above this girl, and she did what she had to do, and she got her out. And
I love that, because quite often you get, when you have someone that's so much better than the opponent, they almost kind of sit back and chill out and relax. They know that they'll win. Lauren did not do that. No, she was like I mean, thank God the ref like stopped the fight, really, because that poor girl was about to be, I mean, she was taking it, to be fair to her. But I think it's dangerous.
These journeywomen, they are strong, and they are like, they're tough, and they can get hit with shots and they come back firing, which I think is incredible. I think for Lauren, who's been at like the Olympic level and she's been international for years, she's boxed the top girls in the amateurs, and sometimes it's hard to go back down to a level of boxing a girl that's not at that level that she's used to, because you can get dragged into their level, or just kick back, relax, and like you said, just chill with it. She showed that like she's not off down to that level. She's not just going to chill with it. She's going to do what she needs to do, look good with it, and show everyone that she is better than this girl, and do exactly what she did that night.
Absolutely, and prove that. I think she's going to be fast tracked for sure, just like Caroline, actually. I think she to the top. And then even Caris, like she was, I mean, the power and the energy that Caris, I mean, it was straight in from the beginning, and it didn't stop until the end of rounds. She, again, didn't tire, didn't stop.
No.
So accurate. I thought her accuracy was amazing. Oh, we're back on live. Oh, hello, everybody. That was hilarious and very embarrassing. I didn't realize we were back on. We both got kicked off the call. Now we're back again. And then I was saying how I was going to say, oh, welcome back to part 2.
we was getting it right.
I was just getting it all ready for you guys. So, hello and welcome back to Talkin Fight with Holly Donovan and the epic Gemma Richardson, who has joined me for this special show, debriefing the amazing fight night with Shields and Marshall on Saturday. So there you go, smoothly back in right there. Apologies for that. We were just talking about Caris Artenstall. So we were talking about our Paralympians, and Gemma is lucky enough to still train with some of them, have trained with them with Team GB. So Caris, tell me about her skills.
Caris, I think everyone knows she's strong. I think that's what, when she was the amateur, everyone thought, oh, Caris is strong. She's a southpaw. She, with that backhand land, then it hurts. Trust me, I've tried that many times. I felt it. when she's sharp and she's fit and she's on fight form, she is strong. But it's not, she has got the boxing ability and she is switched on up there and she's technical, and the little movements that she does and that range that she gets, it works in her favour. And I think, yes, she so badly wanted the knockout and that fight, and anybody's going to want that in a professional fight, especially that night of all females. She is strong. She has got the power to deliver the knockouts, and she has got that. And I think, especially at that weight, she's so big and strong at that weight, and she has got that power. But that girl was just so tough.
Not going anywhere.
She was taking them shots, and I was thinking, I feel sorry for this lass. Like, she just needs to go down to save herself the headache tomorrow. But you can't take away from Karis's skill as well. Like, she is skillful. She's got the boxing brain. She knows what she's doing. She hasn't just got the strength to rely on. She's got it all that combines into one. That every shot she throws is sharp and powerful, and that's a dangerous combination to have.
Yeah, it's having both. That's what I really saw with her. I was like, it's that combination of, you know, the speed, the power, and the accuracy. All of those, and
she's got it all.
Yeah.
She and the fitness, like I said, that she just kept going. Like, power normally, like, it slows down as the rounds go on. You lose that power, and you're throwing your shots, but they ain't got. Karis hasn't. Karis keeps it, and I think that's because she is so fit, and she has the training's gone right, and she takes it so serious that she uses her best features to her ability, and she's kept that for the full rounds, which is amazing to see.
Yeah, it really was. She didn't gas out at all. And she said that her opponent, she actually she stuck her tongue out at her in round 2 as if to be like, you can't get me. And it just made Karis even angrier and even more determined to be like,
and that's the thing. Like, Karis is like that, like, little thing like that, which anyone would. If anyone's sticking a tongue out with someone, it's like, oh my God, like, it's irritating. And obviously, as a journeywoman, she's going to do little things like that to get the crowd going, to get Karis going. It makes the atmosphere, it makes the fight come to life a bit more. So for that to happen and Karis want to get it, it's annoying that she didn't get it, because she has got the ability to get these knockouts and that. But that girl was, I'll give her credit, she was tough, but
she was incredible.
Karis still performed well. She still got the rounds under her belt, which is good, because you're going to need them for the harder fights later on.
Yeah,
but exactly. She did it with a good performance, which is good to see. Like, she can't be disheartened with that.
Oh God, no! I think she gave an incredible performance.
Yeah,
I think everyone that night gave just everything. There was nothing left. They left it all in that ring. Yeah. Just everything they had. What do you think about? So a lot of people are saying now, what's the next step? You know, how do we keep this momentum? And there's a lot of talk about going to 3-minute rounds. And I know that you guys do that in the amateurs. You do 3 minutes anyway. Others saying that maybe we should go in the middle. I heard Hannah Rankin the other day say, oh, let's do 12 2-minute rounds as like a stepping stone. What do you reckon?
I personally think like 3 minutes. I think they should bring it in. I think a lot of the women would agree with the 3 minutes. I think, look at Karis. I think if she had 3 minutes, I think taking that power for 3 minutes and taking them shots for 3 minutes, it's going to be hard to stand up. It's going to be hard to stand up against that. Like, Karis has got it in her for the 3 minutes. Like, and that's what, in amateurs, you box it's only 3 threes, but you box 3-minute rounds since from the age of like 16. So it is in us, and we can do it. And I think they should give the females that chance to do it, because I think it would spice it up a bit, and I think you would see more knockouts in that, because the longer the round goes, the tired people get, the shots land. I think they should do it, because I think we are capable of doing the 3 minutes, and I think a lot of females want the 3 minutes. So it would be nice to do that.
I mean, fitness isn't really something that you can divide between sexes. You know, it's not like being able to do, you know, run for 2 minutes or 3 minutes. That's not something that men can do and women can't.
And I think with 2 minutes, everything's so fast tempoed, and that with the 3 minutes, you can look over that 2 minutes. And I know, like, it's easy for us to say watching it, but it goes so quick. Them rounds go so quick, and obviously, I don't know if that's because I'm watching it as 2 minutes and I'm used to boxing 3 minutes myself, and obviously I've watched Caroline and Lovin box 3 minutes a few months ago, it's like last year and that. So it's weird seeing them do 2 minutes now, but I just think they go so quick, and just when like the round's getting going and stuff, the bell's going. So I think 3 minutes would give it that extra minute. Is a long time for things to change in fights very quickly. So it'd be nice to see some 3 minutes. I think it would change up the rounds
I think
complete.
you have different champions as well.
Yeah.
I think I think the whole landscape might change.
Yeah.
Of, you know, people that I don't, for the people, someone like Katie Taylor, I know that she has said, you know, she spent, no, I want 2-minute rounds. That's what I've been a champion at for years now. So wouldn't want that change. But then you get so many others that are like, no, this is brilliant for me. This is what I'm used to.
This is, I think you always have a mixed opinion. Some people are going to want to keep the 2 minutes. It depends what suits you as well. I think every boxer knows deep down, like, maybe the 2 minutes does suit me, or maybe the 3 minutes does suit me. Like, it depends your styles and how you are and stuff like that. So it's going to be one of the big things where, again, everyone's going to be divided on what it should be, what it shouldn't be. Yeah. But I'd like to see some 3 minutes. But I'm saying that personally because I'd like 3 minutes.
Yeah. No, I agree. I would like to see it because I'm always pushing for that equal status. And so for me, it's just an obvious thing. It's like, oh, well, you know, okay, now they've proved that women can sell out a night and prove that it can be really entertaining and, you know, globally talked about. Well, now can we have more time as well then? Like,
let's change it up again. Let's see how let's see if they can live up to that. And I think they will live up to that.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. I wanted to ask you actually while I got you here, because last week, a couple of weeks ago on the show, I was talking about the Olympics being taken away, essentially.
Yeah.
You know, boxing as a sport being taken away from the Olympics. And you're the perfect person to ask because you're there. You know, you are Team GB. Like, what's this going to do? Is it?
I think it's going to change boxing drastically if it does get taken away. I think it's such a shame. It's been in the Olympics for the lads for so many years now. Mm-hmm. I think it's a staple of the Olympics. I think I don't know if I'm just saying this on a box, but when you think of the Olympics, you think of the athletics, you think of gymnastics, you think of that, and one of them's boxing.
Yeah.
And I think for it to be taken away can change the sport so much, especially with like, can it change grassroots boxing? There's going to be kids in them boxing gyms that's had the dreams of going to the Olympics and now they're taken away. So you're going to be seeing so many people at 18 years old turning professional, maybe not at the right time. Like as a senior, just turned 18. It's so different to being in with men.
Yeah. With
smaller gloves, it's a big jump, and a lot of people, it's a big risk to take at a young age. I think amateur boxing is an apprenticeship for the professional boxing. And I think to take a big part of that with senior boxing away with no Olympics, not many people are going to stay in the amateurs because there's nothing for them once they win a nationals or anything in England at least. Then what is there as a senior? Everybody wants that Olympics. So I think everyone's going to be making that change over to professionals. I just think it's a real shame. Obviously, I'm very lucky that I'm old enough, and if I'm lucky enough, if I'm lucky enough, I can go to this Olympics, the qualifiers next year, obviously, which is what I'm working towards. Fingers crossed. But even then, I'm only going to be 23 in that Olympics. So always in my head was the 2028, like LA, like I'll still be like a good age to go to that and then turn professional. Like there's no rush in my career. I'm still very young. Where now it's like 2028 might not be there. So I'll be 23 years old, which is a lot older than some people that'll be turning just 18, turning professional. But I think it's going to change a lot of things. I just think it's really sad, really.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. And I really don't want it to happen. I think it'd be awful. I thought about you when I heard about it. I was like, oh, at least you'll get that one.
Yeah. I just think like, even that, like I'll get one, but I think the 2028 I would have been peaked for. Like, I'd have been a lot older, a bit wiser, more experienced. I ain't been on the senior celt for a while. So it is a shame, and I think it's a shame for everyone coming up who's had the dreams of the Olympics. Like, I think all young kids in boxing obviously want to go professional, but a lot of them watch that Olympics and seeing them with the Olympic tracksuits and representing the country, representing great. But it's a big thing, and I think it's such a shame that dream's going to be. Like, I know it's like to wear like the GB tracksuit and like represent your country, and the feeling you get is just insane. So for people not to be able to experience that, if that goes, is upsetting for the sport, and I think it'll change a lot from grassroots boxing, which is a shame. But fingers crossed it doesn't.
Yeah, we've got to come to, the whole of the boxing community needs to come together and fight a different kind of fight,
definitely.
But fight for it to stay, for all the good it brings.
Yeah, it'll be a big day.
Yeah. Before we wrap up, I want to ask about you, and I want to find out. So, how's your camp going? What are you training for right now? How is it all going?
So at the minute, obviously, I had an injury before the Commonwealth Games. I pushed through it and managed to compete there with the injury still very much. I put on this big thing. The injury's gone. I'm back fully %, which you're going to, obviously, you're not going to post out, oh, I'm really badly injured, but I'm still going to the Commonwealth Games, because you don't want people to see that. But the injury got a bit worse, and as I was training for the Europeans that are actually on right now, I think the semi-finals are on today, we had like China come over, we had different countries coming over. I was training for it, and my elbow went completely again, and it was just too much of a risk. It wasn't good. Like, I needed time out. So at the minute, there's lots of physio, lots of strengthening my elbow, lots of just getting my elbow good. And I'll hopefully be back next year for like a big year next year with lots of competition, and obviously the Olympic qualifiers.
Yeah, for sure.
I get picked for that, and so that's my aim at the minute, just get my elbow back right. I've got this time now, which is more than enough time to get it actually strong again and normal, and back to being 100% fit, and then for a big year next year, hopefully.
Oh, for sure. And for people that want to know about Gemma's journey, if you look up the Fight to Fight with Holly Donovan, there is an amazing story from Gemma. Like, it was one of the most moving interviews I've done. Everything about how you defied that injury, how you got through it, the support from your family unit, the inspirations that have brought you to that championship right there. Honestly, look it up. Hear Gemma's story.
Yeah.
I truly believe that you are one to watch. Like, if you can do what you did then, and you got that medal, we can see it behind you right now. Like, you got that. Yeah, exactly.
It's here.
It's there. And I like those Olympics. We're going to see you in Paris. I absolutely believe that.
Yes.
You will be
back. Thank you.
And then unfortunately you'll have no choice but to go pro.
Now we're getting the world titles, hopefully.
You just have to go straight into world titles. And hopefully by then, do you know what? That weekend on Saturday, you know, Savannah Marshall-Shields, Alicia Baumgartner, Michaela Mayer, they have paved the way so that
by the time I've turned over, hopefully a women's boxing will just be a next level, and it'll be the same as men's, and it'll be great.
Yeah, and I'll be absolutely shouting.
Yes, you'll be there.
I'll be there. I'll be like, no, find me.
Even if it's near me, you'll have to make the journey.
Yes, I will take the journey. Oh, thank you so much for talking to us.
No, thank you for having me. I've enjoyed it.
Thank you. And please join us next week, everyone out there. So I'll be previewing the Katie Taylor fight, which is at Wembley. She'll be defending her belts for the billionth time. I'll tell you the exact number next week. Hopefully continuing that amazing momentum that these amazing women this week have done on Saturday. So yeah, hopefully join us then, and I will see you same time next week, 2 p.m. Sorry about the technical issues today, guys. I'm going to tell everyone out there. It was all a bit complicated with Zoom and a studio and Safaris and Chrome, and it was sorry about the little break in the middle. It wasn't on purpose, even though I was going to try and style it out that it was. But join us next week. Same time, it will be 2 p.m. live on Talkin Fight with Holly Donovan. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Take care.